they just beautiful?
On that morning, would it be right to suggest that you'd gone to Mrs. Sullivan, fully aware of the profoundly disturbing effect that your behavior had been having on her?
Possibly, yes.
Possibly, or yes.
Yes.
And you'd gone to see Mrs. Sullivan with your peace offering of flowers to beg her forgiveness. But that forgiveness was not forthcoming, was it? And when she would not forgive you, what happened?
I argued with her about my intentions towards her.
And that argument carried on, didn't it? You enticed Mrs. Sullivan to a place of extreme danger, this building site. And when you saw your opportunity, you were determined to punish her for not giving you the forgiveness which you so craved. Mrs. Sullivan, however, was a young woman of dignity and pride who valued her own life and the life of her precious child. She saw her chance to escape and to hide where you would not think to look for her.
I would like to make it clear to the jury that I had a deep regard...
She quickly climbed to the first level of scaffolding, and there you saw her.
Mrs. Sullivan, and I would in no way have wanted to harm her.
Surely you remember. Mrs. Sullivan was so terrified by this time that she climbed yet again, and yet again, in order to escape from your relentless pursuit. You were humiliated. You were deeply angry at being rejected. At that moment, your blood was boiling, and you hounded Mrs. Sullivan and a terrified child until you cornered her on the most dangerous section of the scaffold, overlooking the lethal glass canopy of the shopping precinct. And there was your opportunity to punish her.
I loved her.
You pushed her off the top so that she fell to a tragic and brutal death, didn't you? And without an ounce of shame, you caused the death of a young woman with her whole life ahead of her, and remorselessly, the death of an innocent and defenseless child. I'm going to kill you! I want to kill him! Get off me! Get off! I'm going to kill him! Get off me! I want to kill him! Silence me! Get off! Get off!
Silence! That's the man you should be accusing! That's the man who pushed her to the edge! Please clear the court.
Close encounters with a shark.